Lying. It's something everyone does, occasionally. A white lie to avoid hurting someone's feelings, a small excuse to get out of a boring meeting, or even an exaggeration to make a story more interesting. But then there are people who lie constantly, even when they don't need to, even when the truth wouldn't hurt. They lie about where they were, what they had for lunch, or what their job title is, without any obvious reason. So the question is, why? Why do some people lie all the time? Let's unpack the psychology behind chronic lying. What counts as chronic lying? Chronic lying isn't just the occasional fib. It's a consistent pattern of dishonesty, often over years. People who lie chronically may lie for small things, big things, and even for things that make no sense to lie about. They may do it so often that they don't even recognize they're doing it anymore. It becomes instinct. It becomes identity. Some experts call this behavior pseudologia fantastica, a pattern of compulsive or habitual lying. But you don't have to be clinically diagnosed to show these traits. 1. Lying as a coping mechanism. For many people, lying starts as a defense. They lie to protect themselves from criticism, judgment, or failure. They may have grown up in an environment where mistakes were punished harshly, so telling the truth felt unsafe. Over time, these protective lies become habitual. They no longer lie just to escape danger, they lie out of reflex. It's like muscle memory for the mind. In these cases, lying is not meant to hurt others. It's about self-preservation. 2. Lying for validation or attention. Some people lie because they want to feel important, admired, or loved. They exaggerate their achievements, invent stories, or pretend to be something they're not. It might sound manipulative, but in many cases, it comes from deep insecurity. They don't believe their real self is enough, so they construct a version of themselves they think others will like better. The lie becomes their armor, their confidence, their performance. But keeping up that performance becomes exhausting and dangerous to relationships. 3. Lying to control perception. Lying can be a way of managing how others see you. If you can control the story, you control the reaction. This is especially true in professional settings or social media, where image often matters more than truth. People lie about their income, their credentials, their relationships, not to cheat others necessarily, but to avoid shame, to gain respect, or to fit in. They may not see it as wrong, just necessary. 4. Lying because it worked before. Sometimes lying becomes a habit simply because it worked. A child who lies and avoids punishment might keep lying. A student who cheats once and gets a good grade might do it again. An adult who blames traffic for being late might find it easier than admitting they overslept. Over time, the brain learns. Lying equals reward. This pattern reinforces itself until it becomes automatic. 5. Lying from low empathy or narcissism. Some chronic liars lie with little guilt. They know the truth, they know the harm, but they do it anyway. In some cases, this can be linked to narcissistic traits or even antisocial personality disorder. These individuals may lie to manipulate, gain advantage, or control others without remorse. For them, lying isn't about protection or insecurity. It's about power. But not all chronic liars fall into this category. Most lie for much more human, relatable reasons. 6. Lying that becomes identity. One of the most surprising things about chronic liars is this: sometimes they begin to believe their own lies. When a lie is told over and over and no one questions it, it becomes part of their internal reality. They start remembering events differently. They twist the truth so that even they forget what actually happened. It's not always conscious. It's a blend of self-deception and storytelling. a fragile illusion built over time. Is lying always bad? Not necessarily. There are times when lies are used for compassion. Telling someone they look great when they're nervous, comforting a child with a softened version of the truth, keeping a secret that isn't yours to share. But when lying becomes constant, when it replaces honesty in daily life, it creates distance, it destroys trust, and worst of all, it keeps the liar from being truly known. Because you can't love someone who's hiding all the time, and no one can love you fully if they only know your mask. Can chronic liars change? Yes, but it's not easy. Chronic lying often hides deeper wounds, so real change starts with self-awareness and emotional healing. They have to ask, why do I feel unsafe telling the truth? What am I trying to protect? Who am I afraid won't accept the real me? Therapy can help, so can journaling, honest relationships, and learning to tolerate vulnerability. The path to honesty is uncomfortable, but it's the only path to connection, authenticity, and peace. Final thoughts. Why do some people lie all the time? Because they're scared, because they feel unworthy, because lying helped them survive, because they forgot how to stop. But deep down, every chronic liar is still a person longing to be understood, to be accepted without needing to fake it. And the truth is, it's never too late to start telling the truth. If this opened your eyes, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Wiseuse for more insights that matter.